season rolls on, the games only get bigger and the stakes continue to get higher. Tonight, it's another big game in the gauntlet that is the Great Lakes 8 East. The Cedarville DeTour Islanders may be the surprise team from the first few weeks, coming strong out of the gates and starting at 3-0. Now back on the map, the Islanders look to make a statement that their early season success is no fluke. They come in tonight looking for respect and hoping to continue their push to get back into the playoffs. The Newberry Indians will celebrate homecoming tonight, but the only thing that will make the all orange and black crowd happy will be a win. Following a big bounce-back victory last week, the Indians now turn their attention to another top challenger for the conference crown. Backed by a happy homecoming crowd, will this be another night to remember in Newberry? It's the Cedarville DeTour Islanders visiting the Newberry Indians in a Great Lakes 8 East game that you do not want to miss. It's next on M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network. This is Newberry Indians High School football on M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network. Tonight's live video coverage is brought to you by Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, the Lewis County Veteran Services Office, Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis, Louisiana Pacific, and the Newberry News. Why listen when you can watch with Newberry Indians football on M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Newberry High School football field, where we are ready. As the Indians host the Cedarville DeTour Islanders in the Great Lakes 8 East Showdown. This is going to be a fantastic matchup between these two teams. Cedarville DeTour comes in 3-0 on the surprise team from the start of the early season. The Newberry Indians 2-1. That is also their record in Great Lakes 8 East play. A big game tonight, and the conference standings as well. Should be a great matchup. Overcast, the light breeze, the rain, holding off for now. We'll see what it brings later on in this contest. Ready now for our pregame festivities here at the Newberry High School football field.
Tonight until the colors are retired. Go boy! Gentlemen, you may proceed. As the anthem was played by the Newberry High School band. Introducing the starting lineup for the Cedarville DeTour offense.
All right, the national anthem completed. Cedarville DeTour 3-0 on the season. Longtime coach Scott Moore has them back in playoff contention. It was a rare down year for the Islanders last year. By down, they were still very competitive, a very tough team to play, but they came up just short in their bid to make the Division II playoffs in 8-man football. It was one of the longest active for going back to 2 years ago when they went deep into the playoffs. Newberry wants to be the team that makes a deep run of their own.
Go, I'm sorry, Blake, go. At the right tackle position, number 76, Ethan Pavey.
Indians getting introduced on homecoming night here tonight. Indians 2-1. They started with a blowout victory over Brooklyn. Struggled in a shutout loss in a hard-fought game week number 2 against Munising. That's 3 over the Bulldogs. The Rudyard hung on tight down the stretch to bring home that big victory. It was a bounce-back win. This is going to be big strength of schedule-wise. Both of these teams are going to finish with solid records. And we are road whites with the black jerseys. Indians in the home blacks. White numbers, orange trim. Happy homecoming night from Newberry in this Great Lakes 8 East Division matchup. Islanders will kick. They will go right to left here in the first. Indians receiving the ball. They send the sensational sophomore, Matty Rahaly, deep back. He'll wait at about his 15-yard line. Have not kicked to Rahaly all that often in the first few weeks. This one going to be a short kick. It's Juarez at the second level. Comes through. Breaks out. Marco Juarez up near mid. PA announcer booming here in Newberry tonight. Here we go, Indians. First snap of the ball game. They'll send a receiver to each side. Single back is Juarez next to Nutkins. He'll give Marco Juarez, who has had a strong start to the season in first halves, but hasn't been much of a factor in the second half of games. Of course, you look, many of the Newberry starters didn't play the second half against Brimley. And Munising Newberry was down and tried to go to the air. They had a big lead early on before Rudyard battled back. It was one of the adjustments the Bulldogs made as they took a 30-3 deficit, turned it into a one-score game late. Give here, Juarez up the middle. Big Cedarville front line giving him trouble. Juarez has about a yard there after no gain on the first, and it's 3rd and 9 for midfield. Wind kicking up. It's out of the east, going right to left here at the Newberry High School football field. Indians try a deep ball. There's a flag in on the play. Indians.
The second down is about 3 for the Indians.
Give here. Not much doing there for Juarez.
Tackled again by Bennett. Loss of 2 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Good push by the Trojans. They're playing that 42. Look at the size of their front line. It is a tough matchup. 3rd down, 4 to go for the Indians. Opening drive of this contest, no score. Nutkins boots right. He'll tuck it. Gavin cuts it back up the middle. He's going to be just short of a 1st down, and it's going to be 4th and inches coming up on the opening drive of the ball game between the Indians and the Islanders. See what Newberry does here. Matty Rahali, a different look. Lines up the quarterback, takes it around the left side. He slips and falls. That's going to be close to the 1st down marker. He barely gets enough. Scott Marr cannot believe it.
1st down.
The 1st down and the chains will move. Marr got right in the ear of the side judge. As soon as Rahali slipped and went down, surface is still a little wet. Rained for much of the last 24 hours. Nutkins fakes the give. Good protection. Mohar all alone in the middle. Back and touchdown, Indians. Jacob Mohar does the weave. 24 yards. And a touchdown from Mohar.
8:43 left in the 1st period.
Give here on the 2-point try. Nutkins on the money. And that's going to wipe out the 2-point conversion try. A penalty on the play. But it is 6-0 early in this contest. The Indians.
Offensive pass interference against the Indians.
Offensive pass interference, the call. So we are through the opening drive of this contest. Cedarville, DeTour, and Newberry. 6-0 Indians. Now he will back it up. 15-yard penalty puts them at the 18 here. Another chance at the conversion. Indians will go empty. And there's movement. Rahali was into his route. Newberry just up in the difficulty level. I haven't seen many two-point conversion tries from outside the 20, but this one is going to be from the 23-yard line. Notkins, deep ball, broken up in the end zone. So after all the penalties and the confusion,
Score remains Newberry 6.
the score remains 6-0 between the Indians and the Islanders. We step aside here from the Newberry High School football field. It is M123 FM.
The things that we do as well as any place you could get it done.
Dr. Benjamin Bryant is proud of the surgery performed at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center and reminds you, if you've put off some procedures because of COVID, chances are the surgery team at Helen Newberry Joy can perform it right here close to home.
We have a very experienced team. I think that our outcomes speak for us in terms of the job that gets done.
The list of procedures available just minutes from home at Helen Newberry Joy is impressive.
Gallbladder surgery is very, very common. We fix hernias. We put ports in. We remove all sorts of other lesions. We do vasectomies here. I don't think the public really knows that.
So if you've been putting off a procedure, it's only a quick phone call away.
I recommend that if they have a primary care doctor, they keep that doctor in the loop. But all they have to do is either call their doctor's office or call my office and ask to be scheduled, and they get scheduled.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
29-yard line.
We are back here in Newberry. Eden Andrus brings the return back out to about the 29-yard line. Islanders get it for the first time tonight. Trailing 6-0. They'll go trips. Two receivers to the near side, one to the far side. They use a wing instead of a running back. Fake and Kaysen Smith right up the middle. Huge hole and even more for Smith across midfield. It's a foot race. Kaysen Smith all the way down to the 10-yard line. What a start for the Islanders. Kaysen Smith, the left-handed junior quarterback, second year for Smith.
Inside the...
Check that, he's a senior, second-year starter. Very fundamentally sound, very athletic, can make multiple plays. And then you got an elite athlete on the edge, and Eden Andrus, a big target in the passing game, and Hasek Sweeney. This is an Islanders team that can score points. Give here to Andrus, who will line up his tailback. They'll put him in the slot. They'll use him on some wide receiver looks. Him and Matty Rahali from Newberry going to be two guys that both coaching staffs look to key on tonight. And also, part of that is figuring out where they're going to line up and how they're going to impact it. Second and goal here from the 9-yard line after Smith on a quarterback keeper took it almost the length of the field. Big give to Perkins. He'll get inside the 5, looks like down to the 4. Or 61 yards rather on that first play from Kaysen Smith as the Islanders nearing the midway point, knocking on the doorstep. And give there is plunged right forward. We're at the 7-minute to go mark in the first quarter. Islanders, after a huge first down play, got him to the 10-yard line. The Indians defense trying to make a stand. They made a couple of huge ones last week against Stuttgart, including one at the 1-yard line that they turned into a 99-yard touchdown. 4th and goal from the 2. High formation. Smith, Perkins leans forward, powers his way in, and we are tied at 6.
Perkins on the carry for the touchdown. They scored.
6:32 to go. 2-point try coming up here for the Islanders. They'll split out two again. Single back with a wing. Smith fakes to Andrus, boot pass corner, out of sight, but the Islanders get it, and they take the lead 8-6.
That's bad.
Both teams want one quick score in this matchup. Looks like early on we are set for a shootout here in Newberry. We'll be back, Islanders and Indians, 8-6 in the first with M123 FM and the UP Sports
There's
Network.
a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Dan Hartman, glad to have you on there. You see it. What a start to this ball game for the offenses. Newberry, a quick drive to score. 24-yard touchdown pass to Jacob Mohar from Gavin Nunkins. Islanders took over at their own 29. Immediately ran it all the way down inside the 10 on a keeper by Kason Smith. Now Rahali back the other way, breaks it. His own man tripped him up. Rahali got his feet tangled with Mohar. He might have went the distance. Indians back across midfield to start. Smith went 61 yards on Cedarville's first play. They pounded in on 4th and goal, and it's 8-6 early. Juarez up the left side. Steps out of bounds inside the 15. Big game for Juarez.
Right about the 15-yard line, looks like. First and 10, Newberry. We'll make it to 16.
Newberry High School manned out for the first time tonight. A little tomahawk chop going on here. Indians back in the red zone. It's been a struggle at times this season. From the 16, Nutkins is looking. Wanted Rahali, not there. Diving try by Mohar is incomplete. And there's a flag in the backfield.
Nutkins bad.
And we're going to get a chop block call, I think, on the Indians.
Flag on the play.
Blake Doak getting a talking to there. So the Indians get in the red zone and have to back right up.
Top block call against the Indians. The ball back outside the 35 to 36-yard line.
So that penalty cost the Indians 20 yards. They're back to the 36-yard line. Give here. Juarez spun around. Face mask. They're not going to call it. Looked like it was high and tight on the helmet there.
1 or 2 yard line.
Juarez gets about 5 of it back.
That's a 31.
5:47. Indians try to work it up the far side. Raholly ridden out of bounds at the 20. Going to bring up third and long after Newberry had a great kick return and a big run to put him inside the 20. Penalties can be backbreakers. In a tight ball game between two very good teams, those can make a difference. Raholly lines up at quarterback. He's not going to get much. A gain of a yard. Fourth down from the 21-yard line.
Fourth down.
Cedarville DeTour not fooled by the extra snaps for Raholly. Part of a new package the Indians put in this week. Trips to the near side. DePew, Raholly, Juarez. They'll motion. Matty, swing pass, was a little bit behind him. He never turns it upfield. And the Islanders get the first stop of the night. And they will take over at their own 22-yard line, looking to build on their 8-6 lead.
After a couple of yards gain, the first and 10, Cedarville at their own 22-yard line.
Man, that penalty is going to be one. Play there, coming slowed down.
For about a 7-yard gain, it's going to be second down and 3 for Cedarville.
Looks like second and probably 4 here. 3 might quite not do it. Easy for me to say. Smith in the gun. Andrews comes in motion, turns it into a wheel. Little juke step. Smith, who's deceptively fast, is up the near sideline, close to a first down.
Tackled by Ryan Nelson.
Nelson rides him out. It is enough to move the chains for the Islanders. 3:57 to go, first quarter. Cedarville DeTour on top of this one, 8-4-0 on the season. They've got a tough second half. Still got Rudyard, Pickford, and Munising all on their schedules. But they have put themselves in position to control their own destiny. Movement early, they'll play on. Toss to Andrews. Cuts in, bounces back out. Spun down eventually there. Nelson flying sideline to sideline for the Indians.
About 3 yards.
Going to be second and 7. Ball is out to the 36-yard line. The ultimate X factors in football at all levels. Penalties, turnovers, time of possession. Cedarville controlling the time of possession early in this one as they pick up another first down. They also were able to slow Newberry because the Indians took a first and 10 inside the 20, lost 20 yards on penalties. They could not make it up. Smith in the gun. Wants the deep ball. Up for grabs. Intercepted by Mohar. Jacob Mohar. A touchdown catch earlier. And now an interception on defense. We mentioned time of possession and turnover and penalties. There's your first turnover. It goes the way of the Indians. They take over at their own 30-yard line, first and 10, on a leaping interception by the junior, Jacob Mohar. Snap over Nutkins' head. This is a disaster. And Nutkins gets two big shots, including one laid out of bounds.
Recovers the errant snap.
Oh, my. Disaster zone for the Indians. They've only missed 2 snaps all season long. Coaches were praising it in practice this week. It's not what they wanted.
We're asking over the 40, but second down at 23. Nutkins pass completes the Raleigh.
And now Nutkins incomplete.
Up to the 20. The third down and 20.
.2:15 to go here in the first. Indians and another third and long. They need 19 here. Nutkins looks, fires too high, incomplete. The Indians are going to have to punt.
Raleigh, all incomplete. He's up fourth down for the Indians. Raleigh back in punt formation for the Indians. Andres back for Cedarville.
Indians get away the punt. Fielded at the 46 by Andrews. He'll quickly get across midfield and step out. Another stop for the Islanders. So after 2 scores in the first 5 minutes of the ball game, we've had a stalemate the past couple of drives. 1:55 to go here in the first. It's the Islanders 8 and the Indians. Coverage tonight brought to you by Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, Lewis County Veteran Services Office. Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center. Congrats to Derek and Brooke on the birth of a new baby girl today. Outside, Smith gets driven by Juarez, and this game's starting to get physical between these two teams in the Great Lakes 8 East. Also want to thank the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis, Louisiana Pacific Corporation, and the Newberry News. Indians and Islanders on homecoming night in Newberry. Ball at the 44-yard line, 2nd and 7 here as the Islanders break their huddle. They're going to go with Hossack Sweeney to the near side. Smith with Andrews. They also have a wing there. Got to watch the reverse here. There it is. Nelson came too deep. It's a big play for the Islanders as they'll weave it back through. Number 20 is Cody McPhail. You can see that thing coming a mile away from up here, but Nelson went too deep.
That's when he gets down to the 32-yard line in Newberry territory. First and 10, Cedarville.
Another tough run up the near side.
Mike Perkins on the carry for another first down for Cedarville. And down to the Newberry 20.
27 seconds left. Islanders on the move now. They're to the 19-yard line. First down as they enter the red zone. Sweeney and McPhail split each direction. Give here to Andrews. Indians all over him.
Andrews on the carry for
Gabe Luck, Liam Nolet, Hayden McNamara in on that one. And it is the end of the first quarter here in Newberry. Islanders lead it by a score of 8-6. 6. We will step aside. It's M123 FM in the UP.
The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Lewis County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community.
Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry proudly supports the communities that we call home. They're Michigan's only manufacturer of LP SmartSide siding and trim. And just like our local sports teams, Louisiana Pacific Corporation is committed to teamwork and safety and getting the job done the right way. Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry wishes all of the area athletes best of luck this season.
Hey, local sports fans, the high school football season is finally here, and you do not want to miss a single second of the action, especially because you can't see. Call my good friend, Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center. They'll help you see clearly all school year long so you don't miss a moment of the action. Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center, Newberry, Munising, St. Ignace. Call 906-291-2015. The Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com.
We are back here in Newberry as we get the second quarter underway. Islanders with a first and goal. They have used their speed and space to eat up most of their yards, and then when they get in tight, they like to start pounding it with the big fella Perkins.
Ball on the 5-yard line. Second and goal to go from the 5. The touchdown. The score, Cedarville 14, Newberry 6.
Big conversion here as the Islanders can go up by 2 possessions. The boot pass has given Newberry nightmares from teams in the past. Indians on their opening drive. Islanders have scored 2 straight. Conversion here. Flat pass to Andrews. Breaks a tackle. Got hammered near the goal line. Reaches out. No good. And that's a big stop. That keeps it a 1-score game.
Score remains Cedarville 14, Newberry 6, 10:22 to go in the first quarter or second quarter.
14-6 Islanders. And Indians. Newberry got to regroup. A penalty killed one drive. A bad snap killed their last drive. Holly is back. Field 17-yard line. 4 to the far side, 3 to the near side. Islanders will boot it away here.
Smith, kick it
Smith,
off for
the quarterback,
Matthew
the
Raleigh
run up
for
in the
the
boot. That's going to go to Juarez. He'll take it at the 28-yard line. Juarez tried to bounce outside, lost his footing, and the Indians will take over at the 38, first and 10. Down by 8.
Play there, first and 10 for 38. Reminder that this is the homecoming game.
See what the Indians come up with here on their 4th drive of the ball game.
Let the festivities complete.
DePew far side, Rahali near side. It's Juarez in the backfield. And that one's not fooling anybody. Juarez, who's gotten off to incredible starts in the first 3 games, has been bottled up in this one. Joe Austin, Zach Klickner. You see him down here talking with Nutkins. Offense being called by committee over the first few weeks of this season. It's been an up and down ride for the Indians over the first few weeks. Big win over Brinley where they didn't have much stress or tension. Oh, stop and go. Rahali double move. Oh, through the fingertips. And just like the one in Munising, Matty Rahali is going to want that one back.
Matt Raleigh. We got a 3rd down and 13 for the Indians. Their 35-yard line.
Oh, that is a tough one there. Indians, nothing wrong in week 1 against Brimley in an easy matchup. A lot of struggles in Munising. Played a great first half and hung on tight in the second half last week. Nutkins throws it to Rahali. Little hook. Turns upfield. Rahali uses the strength. And Matty's got a gain of 15 and a first down. And a quick hit.
First down.
From Nutkins.
Territory at about the 48-yard line.
Rahali leads the team in receptions, yards, touchdowns early on the season. Ball across midfield, press set of downs. Indians go 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Flag immediately. Deep ball here. And that one through the hands of Rahali. That was a little bit tougher catch as he had to come around the back of the defender. Well played by the Islanders.
Looking sad. Good stuff. Fingertips of Matty Raleigh. Defended by Mondres.
Another flag is going to back the Indians up. They have not done themselves any favors here early on in this one.
Local procedure penalty against the Newberry Indians makes
Must have been an illegal formation. Somebody set up wrong. Rahali lines up now. It's almost like a wildcat. He dodges one, spins off another, lowers the shoulder, and Rahali back across midfield.
50.
Past the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 46-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and about 8 coming up. .35 to play. Islanders show blitz. They bring it right at Juarez. He dodges it, spins, falls forward, 3rd and short coming for the Dread.
You have a 3rd down for the Indians at about 4.
Great crowd on hand, as expected, for homecoming night in Newberry. Indians with a 3rd and 4. Oh, man. Nutkins just panicked on his back pedal, floats it out, and this is a big fourth down here in this ball game. 7:57 to go, second quarter.
Nutkins fastball is incomplete. Brings up fourth down and 4.
And the Indians don't want to give it back down and score. Homecoming night here in Newberry will give you that at halftime. Here we go. 4th and 4. Indians go empty. See if the Islanders bring 4. No, they'll bring 3 and max protect. High off the hands of DeTour. Caught by Rahali. Oh, Indians catch a big break for a touchdown. The slant to Kennedy DePew was a little high. Right off the mitts to Matthew Rahali's lap, and he scores. And the Indians, just like that, have a chance to tie it up.
Newberry, touchdown. Makes the score.
It's not pretty, but they're all worth the same. No style points, 6 points is 6 points. Indians go trips to the right. Nutkins all alone in the gun. Quick bubble. Rahali jukes outside. He'll walk it in. Conversion good, and the Indians have tied it up. Near the midway point in the second quarter. 14-14. 7:123 FM and the EUP Sports Network.
Hey there, I'm Lance Bass, and this is CHIP. For more than 100 years, American Humane has been on the front lines protecting animals in times of crisis. From Pearl Harbor to 9/11, the California wildfires, and the coronavirus pandemic, American Humane Rescue has provided life-saving assistance for animals in virtually every major national disaster. If you're anything like me, your pets mean the world to you. And if disaster strikes, you want to keep them safe. To prepare for an oncoming disaster, ensure your pet has secure and up-to-date identification. And if you must evacuate, remember to take your disaster preparedness kit with you. To learn more about disaster planning and how to keep your best friends safe, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
O'Hare and DePew on the tackle.
7:43 to go. Short return by Andrews will give the Islanders possession. Looks like at about the 31-yard line.
Andrews gets the ball out over the 31. 1st and 10, Cedarville.
Empty set here. Quick fire. They try their own. Too high for Hasek Sweeney. And out of bounds.
He's up 2nd and 10.
Heavy set here. They'll sweep it back to the left with Perkins. Another different look for Coach Scott Barr. He has not been afraid to line up any way possible, try anything possible. Down there on the shores of the Lake Chinook Islands, coming up with all the tricks that he possibly can.
Perkins again on the carry.
Pile up there, Perkins plunges forward and up for a first down.
43 in Cedarville territory. Tackle by Hayden McNamara. 1st and 10, Cedarville.
.647 to go. Drop. Smith, little middle screen to Perkins. Good job by Mohar to stay home and close that down.
Tackle by Mohar. Not before they pick up about 6 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 4.
Mohar kind of flowed right into that play. Jacob Mohar, 24-yard touchdown catch early for the Indians, had an interception as well. 6:05 to play, second quarter. Back in a tight formation. Indians show blitz, and Burton went too far. Another Newberry penalty. The old ball coach can't be happy on the headset down there.
Down by penalty. Cedarville has 1st and 10 at the Newberry 45-yard line.
Give Cedarville DeTour a first down. Islanders from the left hash at the 45, back across midfield here, 1st and 10. Smith breaks a tackle. Flag comes in as Marco Juarez lowers his shoulder and sends Smith through the spin cycle. We're going to see here, this is probably on the offense. It is a hold. So one goes against the Islanders. Hasn't been pretty at times in the first half. It's again a little extended halftime tonight.
1st and 20 for
Wow.
45-yard line.
Newberry halftime homecoming festivities. The band is back in action. King and Queen crowning. Limited home game, so an early homecoming date. Smith with a bullet. Miss Sweeney up the right side. One thing I've noticed the Islanders doing, a lot of double moves.
Smith pass intended for Sweeney calls incomplete.
Smith likes a little shoulder fake or a pump fake. Set his guys up for something big.
2nd down and 20 for Cedarville.
You can hear Ben Rahali from up here in the booth. He's on the sideline saying same play. Jump ball over the middle. Watkins, who went over the top of Mohar. They both had a chance for it. And Perkins is going to be right at the first down stripe. 3rd down and a matter of inches.
Pass play for Cedarville.
So after the whole 19-yard pickup, 5 minutes to go before the half, 14-14 with the Islanders and the Indians. High formation here. Full to give. Burton, Juarez, they are fired up here tonight. And they make the stand. No gain.
No gain on the play.
4th down and about a half a yard. Seesaw is dead even right now. Who will tip things in their advantage? Big play here. Indians crowd the box. Smith, quarterback keeper. And he is going to have enough as he falls forward. Initial hit slowed him down, but he fell to the ground the right direction.
1st down.
And it's a first down for the Islanders.
Cedarville, the Newberry 35-yard line.
Winding down the clock here. They have controlled the time of possession. Islanders will get the ball to start the 3rd. Motion throw. That's where they're going. What a pick by Rahali! A leaping one-handed interception. And Rahali back across the 45 to the 46.
25 yards to the
Norris slow to get up. Coach Klickner will check on him.
46.
That is an unbelievable play by Matthew Rahali. Rips it out of midair. And with 3:37 to go, now the Indians get a shot to take the lead before we head to the locker rooms. Superman, Matty Rahali, What a play there. Give to Wes. Gets forced outside. Cuts it back up. Spin move. Breaks the tackle. Lowers the shoulder. Marco Juarez with a man-sized run there. 15 yards and a first down for the drive.
In the second period.
Rahali near side. DePew far side. Mohar the tight end. Fake. Nutkins just tries to boot around the right side. He stepped out of bounds somewhere.
Gavin Nutkins on the carry. It's about 5 down and 5.
It's up 5. Out of bounds. Does stop the clock with 3:05 to go here, second quarter. Indians have been trying to get Nutkins more involved. They run an option-based offensive attack. Nutkins has been almost entirely give. Juarez bottled up on that one. A late elbow drop comes from one of the Islanders. Looks like the Macho Man Randy Savage flying into the pile.
No gain on the play. Third down.
250. No gain. 3rd and 5 here. A game that has just been a back-and-forth slugfest. Offenses were on fire early. Defenses started to dominate. Nutkins looks. Tipped. Intercepted off the deflection. Smith gets a piece of it. Sweeney hauls it in. And both teams trade turnovers. And now the Islanders are back in control. With 2:27 to go here in the second quarter. Smith fakes the give. He'll boot left. He is left-handed. That's a strong side. Sweeney overthrown, blanketed by Marco Juarez. Other games tonight. Pickford is in Rudyard, one of those highly anticipated matchups of the season. Superior Central at Brimley over the home field of the Bays. Engadine gets Burr Oak all the way from the Indiana border tomorrow afternoon. Munising and Rapid River, the other Great Lakes 8 East game this weekend. Joe Smithson in the room next to us yelling option. He would be right. Indians defend it perfectly. Push to the sidelines. It'll stop the clock. Islanders will have a third down with 2:15 coming up.
Yes, on the carry. I'm going to bring about 3rd down and 8 for Cedarville.
Couple of big plays from both sides have set up scores. Penalties have killed both teams' drives. Turnovers have been limited. Or have limited the offense's stress. Smith, straight drop. He's all alone. Little underneath to Andrews. That's just a stick route. Get to the first down marker, catch it, get out of bounds, and we'll start from scratch. Scott Marr gets exactly what he called for there.
4-yard line.
Coach Marr and Coach Austin, far from their first meeting, they've had many battles over the years when Cedarville and DeTour co-opt under the Trojans banner, and Coach Austin was with the Engadine Eagles. Smith hit as he throws. Oh, right through the wickets on Hassett Sweeney. He's going to catch that 9 out of 10 times, but that was the one he does not. 2:04 to go.
Second and 10.
Second quarter, 14-14. Both teams, I believe, have all their timeouts. New receiver splitting out wide here for the Islanders. 5, Charlie McPhail. He'll come to the near side. And in the slot, Andrus goes early. He is saying some not so nice things. Going to make it second and 15. 2:04 to go. Indians going to man up with the receivers. 2 to the near side, 1 all alone to the far side. Quick throw. Smith was under pressure. Zach Burton is like a bull.
Zach Burton just threw it away.
He's just digging his.
Down.
He's just pinning his ears back, kicking the dirt, and flying to the football. He has broken up quite a few plays. Snap. Smith fakes. Comes forward on a draw. There's Burton again. How do you do, sir? Zach Burton is getting some quality time with his new best friend, Casey Smith. Timeout here should be for the Indians, and it is.
Newberry.
They're going to try and get a 4th down stop and get the ball back. I would not be surprised if the Islanders try something tricky here. 3-0. Knowing that they need a win. Their 3-0 record is not as strong as it looks. They just played an easy schedule. Boy, if they could come on the road and win this one, it would be huge for them. Remember, Islanders are in Division 2 for the 8-man state classifications. This would be a big win for them. They get bonus points for going on the road and beating a 2-1 Division 1 team. And remember, there's no longer an automatic qualifying. Your record plus your opponent's record plus your opponent's records. You need Coach Dake up here for a math lesson. Strength of schedule, though, plays a big part of it. That's why Munising went and picked up a game with Pelston last week after they lost their scheduled game with Engadine. And they said, we can't just sit at home and take a forfeit. We need to go find some points. Now we got a flag, delay a game. No, delay the fumble. Punt formation for the Islanders. They will boot it away. And it is going to take a hop. Came back. Rahali almost slipped and fell. Ball down at the 36-yard line. Indians will have a minute 39 and 2 timeouts.
Newberry takes over.
As the crowd starts to gather tighter to the fence for the homecoming festivities.
6-yard line. First and 10.
First 10. 36-yard line. Indians can score in an instant. Islanders get the ball coming out. So Coach Klickner going to call plays here, A, to score, and B, to leave as little amount of time left. He starts with Juarez, who has not been able to get anything.
Juarez on the carry.
55, Ty Norris.
2 yards on the play.
75, Wes Bennett.
For the Indians.
65, Ronnie Pappan. The big fellas up front causing problems for the Indians. EUP Youth Football Jamboree number 2 tomorrow. Middle school games going to be in St. Ignace. Good luck to all the teams this weekend. Nutkins runs forward. He looks like he runs right into a brick wall. Juarez looks over to the sideline and says, yo, what are we doing?
So a couple of yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the Indians.
Brimley Superior Central take the under on that one, 6-6 at the half. Then a stalemate. Nutkins deep ball. Has DePew. A step. Okay. Kennedy DePew. Kennedy DePew. Touchdown Indians.
Kennedy DePew. 63 yards, touchdown pass and run.
63
Goes in
yards
front for the score of 20-14 with 49 seconds left.
to the house. A lucky fan almost caught a tripod in the camera on homecoming night. Kennedy DePew got a step on the old zero, the fade route. Hauls it in. And now the Indians back in front going for two. Sweep to Rahali, spin, and he's in. 49 seconds to go. 22 to 14.
22, Cedarville 14.
Once again, I want to thank our sponsors tonight, Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, Northern Lights Vision Center, Dr. Derek Dake and his team, Lewis County Veteran Services Office, Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis, Louisiana Pacific Corporation, and the Newberry News. 49 seconds to go for the half. Indians send the seesaw back in their direction. 63 yards. Kennedy DePew from Gavin Nutkins. Indians take the lead. It was 3rd and 8, and they bust the big one there.
Anderson Smith deep for Cedarville.
Rahali with the run-up. He's going to kick a worm burner right down the middle of the field. Goes under Smith. He's got to pick it up. He's just scrambling for his life. And Rahali is I got to hang back and I don't get to go flying up to the football. He cleans that one up. 43 seconds left. Islanders looking to answer, but they are pinned way back. And they may just have to concede and get this thing to the half. Here we go. Islanders in the eye. Although they broke a couple of big plays, and Smith is just going to kneel on it. And that is going to bring us to halftime. They're going to send them back? Yes, they will. That will do it for the first half of play. A good back-and-forth battle. Indians get a late score. They take the lead into the locker room on homecoming night. The score, 22 to 14. We will step aside here. A quick commercial break. Come back for the homecoming halftime festivities on our live stream. 10123 FM and the EUP Sports Network.
The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Lewis County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community.
Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry proudly supports the communities that we call home. They're Michigan's only manufacturer of LP Smart Side siding and trim. And just like our local sports teams, Louisiana Pacific Corporation is committed to teamwork and safety and getting the job done the right way. Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry wishes all of the area athletes best of luck this season.
Hey, local sports fans, the high school football season is finally here, and you do not want to miss a single second of the action, especially because you can't see. Call my good friend, Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center. They'll help you see clearly all school year long so you don't miss a moment of the action. Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center, Newberry, Munising, St. Ignace. Call 906-291-2015. 2015. The Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to announce to you this year's fall homecoming tour. This year's Prince and Princess are Avery Arlene Schultz and Liam James McNamara. Avery is the daughter of Andrew Schultz and Sarah Stevenson. Avery enjoys going to the fair and water parks, playing games, and eating pie. Her future plans are to become a dancer and to never get married because that is girls. Her words of wisdom are, be a clown, lots of ice cream. Liam is the son of Nick and Katie McNamara. He loves to play monkey in the middle and football with his dad. He also loves to skate so he can play football with his brother Mason. His future plans are to become a police officer and fireman. His words of wisdom are, be nice to your parents. Now for your Queen candidates. Alexandria Marie Janae Leach, escorted by her father. She is the daughter of Brent Leach and Catherine Hughley. Alexandria enjoys D&D, reading, and hanging out with friends. Her future plans are to go into business and editing. Her words of wisdom are, don't grow up too fast. You don't know what you'll miss. Lauren K. Lewicki, escorted by her mother. Lauren is the daughter of Lisa and Eric Lewicki. She enjoys playing volleyball, binge-watching Netflix, and taking plenty of naps. Lauren's future plans are to continue her education in college and earn a master's degree or higher in psychology, before going on to make money working a job that she is passionate about. Her words of wisdom are, keep working until you are proud of how far you've come. Azaria Deshay Jackson, escorted by Donica Burton. Azaria's guardians are Sarah and Tom Whiting. She enjoys cooking, running track, playing basketball, playing piano, and working at the ice cream vendor in the summer with some of the funniest people she's ever met. Azaria's future plans are to be a fashion designer. Her words of wisdom are, listen to advice and accept instruction. And in the end, you will be wise. Proverbs 19:20. Rain Victoria Palmer, escorted by her mother. Rain is the daughter of Christine and Charles Palmer. She enjoys reading books, drawing, and future plans. Are to travel the world, are to travel the U.S., and create a portfolio for an art college, and become an art director. Her words of wisdom are, remember, when something is hard, just remember, in the moment, you're there, you're doing it, and that's all that matters. Lola Marie Dubuque, escorted by her father. Lola is the daughter of James and Tony Dubuque. She enjoys singing, dancing, yelling, and doing stupid stuff with her friends. Lola's future plans are to get a fine arts degree 23, moved to New York, married the love of her life, and lived happily ever after. She wants everyone to know to live it up while you can. And her words of wisdom are, if you want to change your life, you need to change your priorities. Haley Lynn Bolton, escorted by her father. Haley is the daughter of Matt Bolton and Patricia Bigelow. She loves cleaning, organizing, coloring, writing, and eating. Haley's future plans are to go to a community college or a four-year college, and when she turns 21, to go into police training. Her words of wisdom are, real growth starts when you're tired of your own crap. In that case, there are no excuses. Rachel Lynn Walton, escorted by her father. Her interests include reading, baking, and spending time with friends. Her future plans are to attend college, get a degree in social work, and use it to help others. Rachel's words of wisdom are, everyone is doing the best they can in each moment. Your 2022 Fall Homecoming Court. Now, for the winners of the Homecoming Float Contest. The winners are the class of 2024. Congratulations, seniors. Now for the Homecoming King. 2021's retiring Homecoming King, Eric Edwards, will crown the elder. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Retiring Queen Cora was unable ceremony. In her place, member of 2021 Homecoming Court, Caitlin Canfield, will crown this year's queen. This year's queen is Lola DePew. Congratulations to all candidates and both winners.
Two winners of the Stress Football Prize down by the concession stand, down by the Sports Boosters, 44 and 43. Those are your numbers on your little Stress Football. Go down to the Sports Boosters, and they will give you your prizes. Also, Sports Boosters have a cooler filled with 17-pound beef wine, snacks, miscellaneous miscellaneous stuff over a $600 value. You can still buy tickets on it. Tickets are $10 a piece, and they are also located down on the other side of the concession stand. That drawing will take place at the end of the third quarter. These are the two numbers we announced, 44 and 43, are for the winners of the stretch football from the Sports Boosters. Also a reminder, the concession stand is still open. Hot dogs are good. Snickers bars are even better. Welcome back to the second half of this game between Cedarville and Newberry. The second half kickoff.
All right, back in Newberry, ready to go. The pomp and circumstance over. Back to the business that is This week 4 matchup in the Great Lakes 8 East Division, Islanders and Indians have been almost dead even through the first 2 quarters of play. 22-14, Newberry on top as we come out of the locker room. Indians will be kicking left to right. Islanders get the ball. Both teams drive stalled by penalties. Both teams, though, when their offense has been clicking, have been able to get it going. Kennedy DePew had a pass go through his hands in the second quarter, deflected right to Matty Rahaly for a deep touchdown. Then DePew came back, made sure the next one his way wasn't going to be dropped. He hauled in a deep one. Mohar has a TD catch. And the Indians and Islanders ready to go here in this one. Congratulations to Ethan Salter and Lola DePew, 2 of my favorite people on the face of the earth.
Happy Riley.
Homecoming king and queen tonight. High pop kick goes to Sweeney. He'll make one man miss. Comes back to the near sideline. Rode out by Juarez. And the Islanders will get it at about the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Payson Smith, when he has been able to set up his run game, has been pretty good early on in this one. Teams, Newberry's really kind of struggled to run the ball. Hit some big plays in the passing game, but had a couple of tough breaks go their way as well. Both teams went more pass heavy in that second quarter after their offenses stalled late in the first. Smith under center, 2 to the right, single back. That's one change that they've made. Perkins has been doing most of the running from the back position, while Andrews has split up by a wall.
Picks up about 2 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
Still 6-6 in the Superior Central Brimley game. It's in a delay due to an injured player. Hope everything's okay there. Smith fakes the sweep, comes right side, and he gets owned by Gabe Luck with the body slam.
Gabe Luck. Going to be 3rd down and 9 for Cedarville.
Third and about 8 here. Smith goes to the gun. Straight drop. Looks. Fires over the middle. Too high and incomplete. And it's going to be a 3 and out for the Islanders to start the first half as Coach Mendoza's Indians come out fired up and ready to go.
Up a 4th down for Cedarville. Their 38-yard line. Smith back in punt formation for
Smith back to punt.
Islanders.
Rahaly will wait for it.
Matthew Rahaly back for
Matty about the 33-yard line, keeps backing up. Wind is down for the Islanders. I don't know what was going on there, but that could be a big one in a tight ball game in the second half. Once again, want to thank our sponsors, Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, Lewis County Veteran Services Office, Dr. Derek Dake and the Northern Lights Vision Centers, Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis, Louisiana Pacific, and the Newberry News. You can get your weekly recap in Wednesday's edition of the Newberry News. Smith, low line drive as the Indians put on pressure. Rahaly off a hop at the 35. Near sideline. Gets a big block. Cuts it back. Rahaly breaks another tackle. Matty off to the races. He goes! Matthew Rahaly yours. to the house. Matthew Rahali energizes this crowd. Oh, what a play off the hop. Broke two up the sideline, bounds the room. He's ran, he's caught, and now he's returned a punt for a touchdown this season. Rahali's second of the night. Indians 28, Islanders 14. Chance to catch his breath. He lines up. Quarterback draw. There's the 2 point. Hits the circle button. Little spin move. And Matty is into the end zone.
Islanders 14.
30-14. So for the first time tonight, the Indians on a big run. They scored first. Then the Islanders came back with a couple in a row. Now Newberry, 3 straight scores to come from behind, 30-14. Fireworks from T-Bone. Tom Sanders going off across the street. Great job by the Indians. 3 and out for the defense. Punt return and a 2-pointer for Matty Rahali. 30-14. Andres deep. He can do the same thing. Indians got to be careful here. Andres, one of the fastest kids in the UP. Deep move. Fielded at the 14-yard line. Andres straight ahead, bringing into the back of his own man. Then gets Holt slammed. Belly to belly suplex.
Ball back outside the 30. Up the 31-yard line.
Ball at the 33-yard line. First and 10.
At the 33. First and 10 here, though.
Snap here. Smith fakes. Wanted Sweeney deep. It wasn't there. Great job by Juarez. Flat pass for Perkins on the check down, incomplete. And it's second down.
That's a second and 10.
Next week, Indians will be in a Saturday afternoon showdown with Superior Central. Quick throw. Sweeney. Pass caught. Oh, are you kidding me? What a play by Hossick Sweeney. Him and Burton collide. Marco Juarez jumped, got a hand on it, couldn't get all of it, and a great job by Sweeney to haul that one in.
Cedarville.
Smith scampering, gets away from Pavey. Smith, right side. Rahali brings him down, and it's going to be a gain of about 5 yards.
Tackle on. Yep. Get those 5 yards on the carry. It's going to be second down and 5 for Cedarville at the Newberry 47-yard line.
Pace here. Give to Andrews. He's got a hole. Aiden Andrews has enough for a first down. He gets about 8, but there is a flag on the play.
First down.
And the Islanders are going to back up.
Holding against Cedarville.
Holding on the Islanders.
Move the ball back.
Cedarville will host
3-yard line.
Brimley next week. So both of these teams keeping a close eye on that Superior Central Brimley matchup tonight. Indians get their
Second down and 16.
second and 16 after the penalty. 8:35 to go, third quarter. Indians lead at 30-14. A little bit of movement to let him play on. Smith looking for the backside screen out in front of Andrews. Incomplete. Good pressure. That time it was Gabe Luck.
Third down and 16.
What turned out to be a kind of cold and breezy afternoon that looked like could bring rain has brought a beautiful night here in Newberry. Nolet screaming up, flushes Smith forward. He spins off, gets met at the second level. Man, Kason Smith, he's so quick. Nolet came flying up about 12,000 miles an hour. Going to bring up 4th and 10. That puts Cedarville in a spot
49
just shy of midfield where they could, if they want to, think about going for it. Down 2 scores. They will line up in punt formation to play the field position game. Rahali, who just ran one back, waits about the 20-yard line. Smith, straight forward. No chance. Straight punt out of bounds. About the 30-yard line. Indians will take over 1st and 10. They got a little bit of momentum on their side. They are looking to break this thing open up 16. 7:41 to go here in the third. See what the Tribe does here. We'll go diffusing. Nutkins is wide left. Rahali takes it behind a big lead block from Juarez. Maddie is going to get about 4.
41-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up.
And 6 for the Indians. Newberry 41.
Position, give to Juarez, breaks a tackle, tries to cut back. Norris sends it forward. Juarez, one man to beat. He's carrying him. Marco Juarez, all the way down to the 21-yard line. He finally landed at the 15. Marco Juarez, like a man possessed.
Run for Juarez.
There's a flag back at the 43-yard line. Face mask on the defense. Even that didn't stop Mark. He carried a guy about 15 yards after getting locked up at the 40. First it was Norris that tried to slingshot him to the ground. That didn't work. They tried to drag him down at about the 40. That didn't work. They all jump on his back at about the 30. That doesn't work. And Juarez has the Indians down inside the red zone after the penalty. Rahali around the corner. Good block. Play through. Touchdown, Indians. Maddie, the magnificent. Marco Juarez deserves an absolute assist on that baby.
10.5-yard run for Raleigh for the touchdown.
Rahali gets it into the end zone. Indians have made it a 3-score game. Can they add to it here? Man, oh man. What a 1-2 punch those two are. And then he got Nutkins, who's just slinging the ball around like he's on the playground. 2 plays pointer is 8 for the Tribe, 14 for the Islanders.
DeTour 14.
As we step aside, it's M123 FM and the UP.
The things that we do as well as any place you could get it done.
Dr. Benjamin Bryant is proud of the surgery performed at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center and reminds you, if you've put off some procedures because of COVID, chances are the surgery team at Helen Newberry Joy can perform it right here close to home.
We have a very experienced team. I think that our outcomes speak for us in terms of the job that gets done.
The list of procedures available just minutes from home at Helen Newberry Joy is impressive.
Gallbladder surgery is very, very common. We fix hernias. We put ports in. We remove all sorts of other lesions. We do vasectomies here. I don't think the public really knows that.
So if you've been putting off a procedure, it's only a quick phone call away.
I recommend that if they have a primary care doctor, they keep that doctor in the loop. But all they have to do is either call their doctor's office or call my office and ask to be scheduled, and they get scheduled.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
Back in Newberry, Andrews misjudges the kick return over his head, gets it back and fights forward. Andrews to the 22-yard line. First and 10. A late score before halftime. And the final minute of the second quarter, a couple of big scores from Matty Rahali here in the second. Indians have rattled off a pretty good run. They now lead at 38-14. Give here. Brought out.
Anders on the carry.
And stop there.
McNamara on the tackle for the Indians.
Good crowd still on hand. Indian JVs picked up a victory earlier.
Down in 7.
Varsity looking to make it a sweet homecoming sweep for the orange and black. Don't count the Islanders out yet. They've shown the ability to control this football game. Give here to Perkins up the middle. Burton and Walker there. Joe Austin, the head ball coach, is fired up on the sideline.
Tackled by Gabe Luck.
And I think Perkins is slow to get up. There he goes. Burton and Luck help him back up. Indians trying to get to 3-1, trying to keep pace in the conference standings. They'd love to end up as a 2 seed behind Munising, get a home game in the first round and a setup for a rematch with the Mustangs. They're going to need some help if they're going to jump Munising in the standings after the head-to-head loss. But this would move them up to that second tier with Pickford. Sweeney on the screen to the 39, out of bounds.
Just pass, complete to Sweeney.
Both of these teams showing a little bit of toughness tonight.
Cedarville 32-yard line. First and 10, Cedarville.
See what we get here. Andrews to the far side. Tightrope, runs into his own guy. Look out over there.
7-5 on the play.
Physical for the players.
Second down.
In the game and out of the game. 4:45 to go, third quarter. 2nd and 4 coming up. Fake toss and a quick draw from Andrews, who gets powered down by Juarez. This is the toughest physically that I've seen the Indians play all season. They are hitting like this one. Shoulder into the rib cage. Drive the man to the ground. Secure a wrap drive. Coach Mendoza got to be pleased. Snap. Smith. Straight forward. Nelson from the backside. McNamara. And Burton again in there. Zach Burton has been like a wild Comanche on the loose here. He is flying around. 4:38. They tried it twice earlier. They also tried to draw Newberry off sides in the first half. Indians say short yardage, we're staying in our 30 defense. Burton is going to come. Sweep to the outside. He didn't get it. I don't think he got it. Gabe Luck, Marco Juarez. Oh, they're going to say forward progress for a first down. But Kason Smith is hurt for the Islanders. Flickner will take a trot out. Smith slow to get up. That was real close to the first down marker. Islanders do have it. Coach Flickner, Coach Barr out there taking a check. Coach Flickner looking for some water. Smith might have just got the wind knocked out of him. Indians do have a trainer on the sideline, Megan Burton, a Newberry alum. Back working game nights. Smith is up. He don't want none of it. He is taking a pounding tonight. Indians have gotten physical here in the third, 38-14 with 3:35 to go. And now we'll have to see what they do at quarterback. You play some kind of wildcat with Andrus. You got Jackson Barr, who has JV experience. Islanders can't really afford to burn another timeout to figure it out. They only have 2 remaining. They're going to come back push. It's going to be Andrus under center. In the eye. Give. McPhail ripped down by Luck. Close to a horse collar there. Dodged a bullet. Gain of 1. Brings up 2nd and 9. So McPhail moves from wide receiver to the backfield with Perkins. Andrus moves to the quarterback spot, and the Islanders here are playing tight. Andrus under center. Give, same thing. Coming the other way, they got the edge this time. McPhail, a big run, and he's out across the 40 to the 37-yard line. Islanders still moving it.
First down inside the Newberry 40, about the 38-yard line.
Trying to keep you up to date. Kason Smith. He's back in there. He's got Andrus leading for him to the right side. Smith right back in and right back running, and he gets drugged down from behind.
Luck and Rowley on the tackle. Smith.
Gabe Luck over there with that one.
2 yards on the play. Second down and 8.
Third down. See the sticks at about 8 yards. Indians with 2 minutes to go in the third lead it 38-14. Give straight ahead to Perkins. He goes over the top of Juarez, who sits right on his chest.
Marco Juarez and Perkins on the carry, picks up about 3. It's going to be third down and about 6 for
It'll be 3rd and 6.
the Islanders.
The sticks were wrong on the last play. Big couple of plays here. The Indians have done a good job with the size up front. This is the biggest offensive line they've seen. Fake. Now a give to the tailback. Andrews just looks for space. Bottled up.
Andrews on the carry.
In the let. 4th down.
Bring about 4th down and about 5 for the Islanders.
Could be a play that defines the game here. Islanders get it. They can head into the 3rd quarter with their hopes still alive in a 3-possession game. But if they get stopped, the Indians can either grind a bunch of clock or go for the knockout blow. Here's Smith. Great drop. Backside screen. Sweeney. Camara couldn't quite bring him down. Sweeney's got blockers. Sweeney all the way down. And a prayer for a first down is answered by a trip down inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Perfectly executed by the Islanders. First down, Cedarville DeTour. And that may be the end of the 3rd quarter.
1st and 10, Cedarville.
Cedarville changing guys out. They do not have to snap it. They're taking their time in the huddle. Smith sees the clock, hurries up, 5, 4. They didn't get it off, but they play on. That was right at the horn. Give inside the 10.
Run for
and that'll bring us to the 4th quarter. Indians and Islanders with M123 FM, the UP Sports Network.
Welcome to week 4 of high school. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Lewis County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community.
Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry proudly supports the communities that we call home. They're Michigan's only manufacturer of LP Smart Side siding and trim. And just like our local sports teams, Louisiana Pacific Corporation is committed to teamwork and safety and getting the job done the right way. Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry wishes all of the area athletes best of luck this season.
Fourth quarter in a big battle. The 3-0 Islanders, the 2-1 Indians trying to keep pace for the top spot in the conference. Indians on top. Islanders 2nd and 8 from the 10. Smith fires. Mohart diving interception. Yes, they say intercepted. Mohart, second pick of the night.
For the Newberry Indians.
And Coach Mendoza was running back the opposite way, signaling first down. Mohart, 2nd interception of the night, 3rd of the season. He's got a touchdown catch as well. And that is a back for the 14. Time in the scoreboard on the Indian side. Give up the middle, Juarez. He's been quiet offensively tonight, but he's got a chance to shine here in the 4th quarter.
25 and make it 2nd down and 5 for the Indians.
It is in. Salter, the king, comes to the near side. He's in for DePew. Give to Juarez. Gets ripped down. He's going to lose a couple. 3rd and long coming for the Indians.
Tackled in the backfield. And third down and about 7 for the Indians.
Under 11 to play. Rahali, near side. DeTour to the far side. Quick throw and a screen. Rahali scoops it up, breaks free. Maddie, they be gone. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Indians. Matthew Rahali.
7-yard touchdown run.
Six yards. 44-14. Matthew Rahali playing like a grown man tonight. The sophomore does it again. He's a good one, folks. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. High snap. The went and got it. Rahali about 1,000 miles an hour. No good. He's had a tough year kicking extra points, but everything else has gone his way.
For all of you who bought tickets on the cooler,
44-14.
Coin and all the other goodies, $600 value. The tickets are kind of orange, and the number is 35006.
Coming up post game, we'll visit with members of the Indians coaching staff. We'll also get a couple of players to join us tonight. 10:30 to go. Indians have broken this thing wide open.
You can do that later. Just come to the broadcast booth.
They've got to be curious to see if Kason Smith comes back out on it or just tries to protect his guys in a big ball game. They got bigger fish to fry for the Islanders. Andrews weaving through. He beats Gabe Luck, and that's not going to go well. Luck slams him down.
Andrews between the kickoff. I don't know about the 29 yard line.
We're going to be feeling this one in the morning. 10:22 to go. 44-14.
Cedarville will put it in play. Call it right on the 30. First and 10. 10:22 left in the fourth quarter. Ethan Davey. With the tackle on Mike Perkins. Perkins picked up about 10. I'm making 3 on the play and call second down and 7.
Throw there to the outside.
Pass almost intercepted by Marco Juarez.
Juarez almost made an incredible play there. Third down coming up. 7 to go. 9:44 for the Islanders.
I think that's third down.
Smith looks backside Boltima, and Juarez again almost intercepts one. He wants it bad. Fourth and long. Smith a bullet with Boltima bearing down on his back.
Smith back in confirmation for the Islanders. Ethan Salter back for.
And it looks like punt time for the Islanders. 9:38 to go. Almost blocked. Rahaly's going to get a chance. Oh, Akeem Jackson will fall on it. Good job by Keem. Salter was back.
On the
As the Indians start to
first and 10.
I think they're going to give Juarez
43-yard line.
some carries here. Try and get him into the end zone. Nope, Nelson runs out. Indians' second team offense is on the field. Rahaly will quarterback that group. Nope, here comes Nutkins. So Rahaly will break out here. Salter to the far side. Give Brian Nelson. I think his first carry of the night. He's going to lose yard. Mohar is slow to get up.
By Perkins.
Guys are trying to help him up. He doesn't want to get up.
11 for the Indians.
Referees will stop it. Mohar,
They're
who's had a great game, 2 interceptions, a touchdown catch. Second and 11.
Field limping.
DePew back in for him. Keem Jackson is in for Rahaly as the Indians are trying to get their second team in place here. 8:53 to go. Some kind of new look for the Indians. Now they'll split Akeem out. Fake. Nutkins. Far side. Gav turns the corner. Gavin around Salter's block. Big run inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. Gavin Nutkins.
Newberry up inside the 30 at about the 25-yard line of Cedarville DeTour.
Blake Doak will check out at the center. Ethan Stilson will be doing the snapping. 8:15 to play, and what is going to look like an Indians domination. They took a tight first half and turned it up a notch coming out of halftime, which is never easy on a home night, especially when it's your own. Boy said homecoming is the favorite week of the year for the kids and the absolute most hated week of the year if you're a coach. The Indians woke up, locked in, got focused, and they have been a force here tonight.
The second down for the Indians. Second and 11 on the 26-yard line of Cedarville.
Second and 10. Nutkins taking as much time as possible. Nelson, quick to the far side. Turns the corner. He stepped out of bounds. It's going to be a short gain. 2, maybe 3.
On the carry for the Indians.
Looks like 3. It'll be 3rd and 7 coming up.
Picks up about 5 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the Indians.
Surveys the scene. Nelson tries to come outside. He's met. High tackle. Going to be 4th and long for the Indians.
In the backfield.
As the clock continues to run, 7:13 to go here in the 4th.
4th down for the Indians. 4th and about 12.
4th and 12 here.
On the Cedarville 27-yard
Ball
line.
to 27. See what to the near side tight end. Akeem Jackson near side. It's Salter split to the right. Nutkins fakes. Trouble. Boots. Gav cuts it back. Big Ty Norris swallows him up, and the Islanders get their stop with 6:38 to play here in the 4th quarter. Islanders get it back 24 to 14.
Shot by West Bennett of Cedarville.
Bennett came in at 6:38 to go. Islanders will try to go quick here. Indians send Stilson in. They got Salter in. They got Blake Doak, who doesn't play a lot of defense, in. Akeem Jackson will come. Indians have too many. Nope, not. Yep. Played a 3-4 with one man deep. It looked like too many. They swallowed up. What a job by this defense.
Cody McPhail on the carry for the.
After the Islanders got up early, absolutely slammed shut by the Indians. And that one is a big stop there by Blake Doak. We'll be hearing about that one until the end of time.
Blake Doak.
Good stop by Doker.
For a loss for Cedarville. Islanders back to 25. It'll be third down and about 14.
Third and 14. And Akeem Jackson almost makes the play there.
Andres on the throw. Jackson with Smith back in punt formation for
Jason Smith, the punt.
Back for the Indians. Keith Jackson. Ethan Salter goes back for receive the punt.
Indians have Diego in the way. The foreign exchange student. He doesn't know the lingo.
5:07 left in the fourth period. Newberry leading 44-14. And they have
We're going to have a parade of players and coaches post game. All right. The wheels are kind of going as the Indians close again on an exciting homecoming win. They just got to finish the job here with 5:07 to go in the fourth. They take over at the 41-yard line. Nutkins give to Nelson.
Nelson was carried for
Gain
the
of
Indians.
3. Keeps the clock going.
For Cedarville. Nelson picks up about 3 on the play.
Do you have your phone? Yeah. Okay. I texted you a list of people to send up. Oh, right. I just wanted to make sure you got it. Here, give back to Nelson, makes one miss, cuts it back up. Nelson going to have about 6 there. It'll be third and short for the Indians.
Down to about the 36-yard line. 35. Oh, third down and 3.
Remember, Indians post game coming up. Snap. Give. Nelson's got the first. This turns it back upfield. Under 3.5 to go. For carries.
I go by Sweeney.
We got a whistle
Newberry, first and 10 at
to start the clock again.
the Cedarville 28-yard line. 3:17 left in the fourth quarter.
What a job for the Indians tonight. Give us here to Burton. Him and Norris meet in the middle. Burton plows forward. Under 3 to play.
Black Burton on the carry for the Indians. Picks up about 4 yards on the play. It's going to be second down and 6.
They're going to be singing the sweet sounds of loyalty here in Newberry tonight. Burton fumbles. Classic Sweeney on it.
Cedarville recovers the ball. Jackson Barr on the recovery. With 2:18 left in the fourth period, Cedarville takes over the ball.
Give straight ahead. Dope with the stop there. 2:14.
Late Dope. Stop.
It'll be the first loss of the season for the Islanders. They're still in good shape at 3-1.
Carry for Cedarville. Picks up about 2 yards. Second down and
Big win for the Indians to get that to 3-1. The leapfrog Cedarville DeTour in the conference standings. And keep pace. They've got a big stretch coming up. They'll play Superior Central next week. Then they go to Onaway.
we have 11 tackles.
We'll get Pickford still coming up later in the season. Rapid River. The Indians starting to trend back in the right direction. Here in this one. 3-1 for them. Another homecoming win. Joe Austin continues to inch closer to 200. Salter, an interception. What a way to cap it off. Ethan Salter, the homecoming king, comes down with an interception. And the Indians can just kneel on this thing and get us out of here. See that for Salts, a senior. Shows up every day, busts his butt, and works hard. Gets a little bit of glory on homecoming night, and the Indians will kneel on it here. Victory formation for the Tribe. All smiles on that near sideline as Nutkins takes the knee. Indians will have to snap it one more time. No, they're going to wave it off. Final score in this one. Newberry 44.
Cedarville DeTour 14.
Cedarville DeTour 14.
Hard-fought ball game.
As the two teams meet at midfield. Matthew Rahali had a magnificent night. He scored 5 times in this one. No, 4 times in this one. Bohar and defeated Indians don't give up a point after about the first 15 minutes of the contest. And the Indians go to 3-1. Back-to-back wins on this 2-game homestand. And they show it tonight that when they are right and they are at their best, they are almost unbeatable. They gather at the 50-yard line and the American flag. You know what's coming. There it is for the Indians. We will step aside. Post-game coverage coming up. The Sports Network.
The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Lewis County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community.
Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry proudly supports the communities that we call home. They're Michigan's only manufacturer of LP SmartSide siding and trim. And just like our local sports teams, Louisiana Pacific Corporation is committed to teamwork and safety and getting the job done the right way. Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry wishes all of the area athletes best of luck this season.
Hey, local sports fans, the high school football season is finally here, and you do not want to miss a single second of the action, especially because you can't see. Call my good friend, Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center. They'll help you see clearly all school year long so you don't miss a moment of the action. Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center, Newberry, Munising, St. Ignace. Call 906-291-2015. The Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com.
The things that we do as well as any place you could get it done.
Dr. Benjamin Bryant is proud of the surgery performed at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center and reminds you, if you've put off some procedures because of COVID, chances are the surgery team at Helen Newberry Joy can perform it right here close to home.
We have a very experienced team. I think that our outcomes speak for us in terms of the job that gets done.
The list of procedures available just minutes from home at Helen Newberry Joy is impressive.
Gallbladder surgery is very, very common. We fix hernias. We put ports in. We remove all sorts of other lesions. We do vasectomies here. I don't think the public really knows that.
So if you've been putting off a procedure, it's only a quick phone call away.
I recommend that if they have a primary care doctor, they keep that doctor in the loop. But all they have to do is either call their doctor's office or call my office and ask to be scheduled, and they get scheduled.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
We are back here in Newberry. Post-game after an Indians homecoming, they take it 44-14, run their record to 3-1 on the season. An impressive showing for the Indians was a quick couple of scores for each side and then a defensive battle before the Indians break it open with a big showing here in this one. What a performance by the Indians. They run their record to 3-1 on the season. And Cedarville DeTour, the Islanders, they fall a hard-fought battle. And hard-fought battle there. They fall. They are 3-1 on the season. Our post-game player interviews as they make their way up. Zach Burton is going to be first, the senior for the Newberry Indians here tonight. And I tell you what, Zach, always got to feel good to get a win on homecoming senior night.
Always. It's my last year, last homecoming. It's always great to get a home win, let alone on homecoming. The atmosphere is crazy. Fans are, packed in the stand. Great.
Looked like you guys really brought the intensity, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Some hard hits, and I don't think Cedarville's going to enjoy the trip home too much tonight.
No, I think we really started to pick up our defense in the second quarter and back here in the half team.
For you guys, nice little roll now, back to 2 in a row after the tough loss against Munising. How do you feel the team's rolling along right now?
I think everything's clicking, everything's going well. Positions are, everyone's doing great.
For you, great job tonight defensively. Congratulations and enjoy the win.
Thank you very much, man.
All right, our player interviews. Going to continue rolling along here. Matthew
Forrest, Margo.
Oh,
Sorry. Are you kidding me?
Matthew Rahali, that's a pretty good night at the field. A couple of touchdown catches. Got to run a punt back, play a little quarterback. Only thing we can't get down to the extra point.
Yeah, I've been practicing those the most, too. I don't know what's happening.
You made up for it. You scored on a couple of 2-point conversions. Great night tonight here in front of the home fans.
Yeah, it was a blast. Linemen did great. They gave us boss time to work. That's how we can get it done.
When you guys seem to get things rolling, both offensively and defensively, you look at the scoreboard, all of a sudden you're up 3 or 4 scores. This team close to getting back to its full potential, you think?
Yeah, we're getting close. Everybody's starting to work hard, having fun practice. Everybody's coming together. We're doing good.
For you, going both ways tonight, just how did it feel to be out there with your teammates in this one tonight?
It was great. Best feeling ever when you get up. Everybody's having fun, making stops on D. Really fun time.
All right. Good luck the rest of the way. Good job tonight. Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you, Dan.
All right. One of our other senior leaders, Marco Juarez, looked like Hulk Hogan out there. He's body slamming people around. Let's start with the run, where you had about 20 yards worth of dudes on your back. What are you doing there?
That's all weight room work, sled work. It's a lot of weight room work. Off season practicing.
The best part: breaking away from the initial tackle, pie facing the guy, or dragging the third guy about 12 yards down the field.
I'd say dragging the third guy. That felt pretty good.
Crowd got into it here tonight. Defense was hitting hard, man, all night long. What was you guys? What was the thought on defense for you guys tonight?
To stop the outside run. Our ends were doing their job, so it made it easy for the linebackers to get inside.
Senior got a good win at home.
It feels great.
All right. Well, good job tonight. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll catch up next week.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Marco Juarez, one of the seniors tonight. Matty Rahali was our offensive player of the game. This guy, the defensive player of the game. A couple of interceptions. He caught a touchdown pass as well. What a night tonight. Hey, Jacob Moore.
Oh, yeah. It was quite solid.
Just the excitement out there. Tell us how it felt being down on the field and being a part of that energy.
Oh, it felt amazing, honestly. Had a little bit of a slow start, but when everything started clicking, it was awesome.
Those 2 picks, a couple of big ones. One in the end zone took away a score. The other one kind of broke their backs a little bit. How did it feel? I think the defense did tonight.
Oh, well, last week we got beat a lot, and this week we worked on adjustments. And it came into play and it worked, and that's all we needed.
All right, moving on to Superior Central. Congrats on the win and a great game.
Thank you.
All right, continuing our players, they're going to go celebrate a homecoming win. Coach Mendoza is going to step in. Do you have enough hit sticks after a night like tonight?
No, but, like I said last week, it was a team thing. Tonight I thought Marco, he played his butt off offensively and defensively as far as hit. So he got it, and Gabe Luck was the other one.
A couple of good choices there. Defense, I said in the third quarter, I don't know if I've seen us play this physical yet this year. Seems like we brought an extra punch here tonight, especially in the second half.
Oh, definitely. And, I made some adjustments at halftime I thought that we had to make. And then, it's a big game especially for the seniors. This is it,
Yeah.
And, they were ready to play us, that's for sure. And they didn't do anything we didn't practice. But I think once we got the pieces in place, the guys started doing their jobs and it went our way. So
I just, I know it's got to be a nightmare trying to survive a homecoming week as a coach. There's so much going on, but I thought the guys were pretty focused tonight. Had some trouble early, but we snapped out of it and started playing our game.
Oh yeah, and you always hate those little distractions, but then again, it's homecoming and you want them to have a good time, and like I said, as long as they're doing their jobs out there and working as a team, that's all that matters to me. So
this is a pretty good football team that we just beat 44-14. I know a tough loss a couple of weeks in Munising. We just beat two of the top teams in the conference back to back. Played pretty good doing it. How do you think the team's coming along over the past couple of weeks?
Oh, I think we're adjusting fine. I mean, we're ready going forward and getting ready for the games down the road. So I think we're doing great.
Defense was awesome, Coach. Congratulations, great job, and give our best to the boys.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach Rudy Mendoza, as the Indians go off to celebrate in this one. What a performance for the Indians. We will wrap it up here from Newberry. Indians 44, Islanders 14. Indians go to Superior Central next week, while Cedarville DeTour gets a date with Brimley. That's going to do it here from M120 and the UP Sports Network.
Tonight's Newberry Indians football broadcast has been brought to you by Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, the Lewis County Veteran Services Office, Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Centers, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis, Louisiana Pacific Corporation, and the Newberry News. Join us next time for more live video action of local high school sports, only on M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network.